All right, welcome to the See the Stories on the 3-Hour News Show. This is our signature segment. And before we jump into our discussion today, let me ask Alia, so what is on your mind when you hear about the word fertility?
When you ask about fertility, like a lot of youngsters now don't want to have any child. But anyway, if I heard the word fertility, maybe I would think about the ability to conceive child and being that productive, both for men and women, not only for women, definitely, right?
It needs to be both ways, and the awareness of that has only been surfaced for the past, I don't know, 15 years? I mean, the awareness of both men and women need to understand the whole thing and navigating around the idea of fertility.
Exactly,
right?
because from what I heard, if a couple, were not able to conceive child for some years, they only thought about the women is the one having problems.
True.
But actually, the men need to also get checked.
Yeah, that's the wrong perception that has been going on for like years here in Indonesia. I don't know about the other countries, but to understand more about fertilities and how to optimize it, we now have in our studio with us Dr. Mira Myrnawati, an obstetrician and gynecologist, who will explain more about it. Thank you so much, Dr. Mira, for being with us right here.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, so doctor, when it comes to fertility, we need to actually get into the basic understanding of it. What is fertility and what factors influence fertility in both men and women?
Okay, I think Alia already described a little bit about what fertility is. It is basically the ability to be able to conceive and get pregnant. So actually this fertility is affected by some factors both in men and women.
Yeah.
The first one is age, and then the second one is the lifestyle. Lifestyle.
Okay.
The lifestyle of a person. So lifestyle is actually is something that is like modifiable, like a set of behavior and your way of life. That actually it's like it has a great impact to your fertility. So sometimes maybe if you have trouble to conceive, maybe at first you don't need to see doctors. At first you have to change the way you have your lifestyle.
Okay, so with lifestyle, did you mean about, because lifestyle would actually consist of a lot of things. Lifestyle, eating habit, sleeping pattern, I don't know, consumptions. In that sense, not only the food, but also the drinks, these days alcohols and stuff like that. Of course, we knew that that's bad for fertility.
Or the ability to actually handle the stress, because stress can actually be the problem, right?
So in this case, what's in the lifestyle area that you were describing about?
Okay, both of you are basically correct. You know, there are like in the journal there are several lifestyles that have a great impact for your fertility. First is like the nutrition, like how you have a certain pattern of diet, something like that. And then the second one is your weight. So you have to be able to maintain a healthy weight, something like that. And then the third one is like exercise. Exercise, like physical activity.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like it has like also affecting your fertility. And then the other one is like the one that you mentioned before about like the certain like consumption, like maybe like alcohol, caffeine, and then smoking.
Or even caffeine.
Yeah, caffeine, and then smoking.
Oh, caffeine, like in coffee. So coffee drinkers?
Like in coffee, tea, or energy drinks.
Right.
Caffeine, basically, something like that.
Okay, you're talking about maintaining a weight, certain weight, right? What about people with obesity? Do they have likeliness of having infertility?
Or the risk when it comes to fertility?
Yes, definitely, because like actually this kind of lifestyle factors affecting men and women. Men in terms of they will affect the hormones of the man, and then the quality of the sperm, and then the number and concentration of the sperm.
Right.
Well, for women, if you have like bad lifestyle, and it will affect your menstrual cycle. It will give an adverse effect to your hormones and to your egg, something like that, you know. So basically, in a short term, that bad lifestyle can lead into bad sperm and bad eggs, something like that. So it will delay your time to conception.
To concept.
Yeah, conception. So if you have like this obesity or overweight, so you have to maintain like a normal BMI. Like for Asian people, it's 18 until 23. 18 until 23. For like Caucasian, it's like 20 until 25.
Okay.
Because the more you get like overweight or obese, then it will impact to your hormone. It will become a disturbance to your hormones.
And so you have to get rid of those excess weight.
And then this hormone will affect like how you produce egg, how you produce sperm. It will affect like the quality of your eggs and sperm. And then it will like make you to conceive harder because of this disturbance in the eggs and sperm.
What about age, doctor? I mean, I've heard that a couple, when they get married, well, the best fertile season is actually within the first 6 months of their marriage. And what is the cutoff of age, for example, for women to conceive a child? What is the best age and what is the cutoff age, and also for men?
Yeah, actually fertility peaks and decreases both in men and women, right? And then, you know, the peaks of fertility actually in the late teens and until late 20s. So it's late teens and late 20s. So biologically, you are most fertile when you are like maybe 19 until you're 29, something like that. But maybe you are not, you are biologically fertile, but you are not maybe psychologically ready.
You're not ready. You're not ready
to have children. You know? So it's like kind of very contradictory things, right? Like, okay, your body is like in the peak period of fertility, but maybe your mental or psychological
not ready enough to have any children.
You have any children, something like that. But it's like, this is the ugly truth, that we have to...
The ugly truth. They want to party at 19, not to have a child, right?
We don't want to take care of children.
Exactly.
I mean, in this case as well, it needs to be, you know, both sides. I mean, mentally and also physically, when it comes to conceiving.
But I mean, at this time, people are getting married even later and later. So maybe late 30s, right?
So actually, this is the lifestyle that we have to consider when we, it means that we decide to delay childbearing, right? But you have to understand that age is actually the biggest and the major factor affecting fertility. So this is the #1 factor. So regarding like how your lifestyle is, you know, how healthy you are, but the biggest factor affecting fertility is the age. So that's why like when women reach like beginning of 30, their fertility start to decline. And then it will like drop very quickly after they reach 45.
35? Wow.
So once you reach like 40 years old or 42, then your chance of getting pregnant in each menstrual cycle only less than 5%.
Okay, so this is the background of the assumption of people, or probably the saying of, for women, that the clock is ticking.
Yeah, the clock is ticking, definitely. Yeah.
That's the term for biological clock.
Oh, that's a term for biological clock.
It's like the pressure exerts to a woman that you have to have children in certain age. Because like, your clock is ticking. Because you have the limited reproductive lifespan.
But for the men as well, right?
For the men as well, but like fertility both decreases in men also regarding to age, but to a lesser degree. To a lesser degree. Something like that, because like I always tell my patients that woman is born with all the eggs that she will ever have in their ovaries. So it means that like they just like a storage, you know. They just store the eggs. So they are already born with the certain number of eggs, and it will be depleted like every month once they reach puberty, something like that. So they will ovulate about 400 until 500 eggs during their lifespan, something like that. So it's like, so the egg will be running out. It will be diminished. It will be depleted, something like that. That's why it comes the belief that, the woman has the biological clock, but the men
has slower biological
yes,
clock,
yes,
if you want to say
slower.
it that way.
But actually, in the recent publication in journal that that the men also, in the terms of the sperm parameters, will be also decreased once he reach like 35 years of age. But it will like after this man reach like 40 years old, then there will be an increase in DNA damage to the sperm.
DNA
damage.
So what would it do if let's say the embryo is conceived? But does it do anything to the health of the...
It will increase the risk of miscarriage, spontaneous abortion. And there are also a journal saying that a paternal age, means like the age of the father when they have children, will be linked to several diseases in the offspring, like autism, schizophrenia, bipolar disorders, something like that. So it's like
so actually, more internal.
Yes, it's like when you have like when the man is like over 40 years of age, there's an increased risk for the women to have miscarriage and for the offspring to experience this kind of disorder.
Okay, so when it comes to that, we heard about a lot of technologies helping people with, you know, the ability to conceive, but later in life, right? We heard about IVF. We heard about I don't know, people these days in the world they tend to freeze their eggs.
Yeah, when they're young and fertile.
But at the same time, with the development of the world, we are exposed by pollutions and also toxins. Now, how can environmental factors such that like pollution and toxins, could impact fertility in that case?
So basically, beside those factors that I mentioned before, there are other outside factors that can affect your fertility, like this environmental or occupational exposures. The environmental, just like maybe air pollution, you know, and then like the chemical substance like pesticides, and then like maybe like solvents, and then like heavy metals, you know, when you are exposed to this kind of things. So it will affect your fertility in terms of it will cause a hormonal disturbances, something like that. So it will affect your eggs and your sperm also.
Both men and women?
Both men and women.
Right.
So many people like working in like agricultural industry, like or in manufacturing, like heavy metals.
They
are exposed to them, and these occupational exposures can lead into infertility.
So in the case of what Hans' question was, okay, ladies who wanted to get married later on in their life, but they already freeze their eggs at their fertile age. Does it have any difference compared to somebody who just, got pregnant in their 20s or 30s, compared to the one who has, freeze the eggs from the year when they're 30 or something, but they want to get pregnant later on when they're 40 maybe?
Probably.
Yeah. Actually, if like they freeze their eggs in the like earlier age, something like that, so the quality of the egg is the same. I mean, like when they freeze the age at the age of 30, so the quality of the age will be the same like other women who get pregnant naturally at 30 years of age. But it also depends like their ability to get pregnant later, also like affected by the condition of her reproductive system. Just like maybe like because like the idea of like preserving this egg, because like I told you before, age is like the major factor contributing to infertility because of the declining in number and quality of eggs as women age, something like that. So people try to save one of the factor, the major factor, the biggest factor, which is the egg, because like I always say to my patients, because like in Indonesia we are not allowed to do the egg donation. But like abroad, you can have like the egg donation. So maybe if you are like 45-year-old, you want to get pregnant, then you can have this egg donation. You can have surrogacy, something like that. So it's not allowed here. So it's like so at least there is like there are factors, the egg and the womb, something like that. The womb. At least so maybe you have already saved
good eggs.
Good eggs.
But
depends, yeah, on the womb, because like the womb is, from the technology we can like actually make the womb more friendly.
Friendly.
Yeah, more friendly. Okay. Because like maybe you have like experience a disorder in your womb, like you have the fibroids or uterine myoma or you have endometriosis, things like that. You know, it can make you difficult to conceive, even though maybe you already have your eggs being preserved, something like that. But at least you already save something that actually we cannot buy eggs. You know? No matter how much money you have, you cannot buy eggs because you cannot buy time.
Oh, that's actually true. I can actually relate to that.
So is there any dietary supplements or any vitamins that can actually improve the fertility of someone?
So let's say in that case, to make the womb even friendlier.
More friendlier. So actually, basically, there is like supplements. They used to people used to take like prenatal supplements. It consists of like folic acid or folate and iron, you know. And then, but it's usually the supplements should be also individualized according to the need of the woman, the patients. Yeah, maybe you need like a vitamin D. Maybe you need like omega-3, something like that. So you need to do a consultation to know which kind of supplements which is like suitable for your case or for your needs.
So this is the case of you can't fit like one pattern for all.
There's no one size fits all.
Yeah, one size fits all. There's no one size fits all. So that's why you have to go to the doctor and get your own tailor-made.
Especially regarding to age, like Alia said, like how many months that people should seek for help, right? So it depends on the age of the woman. So if the woman is like less than 35 years of age, if they already try for like 12 months of like regular unprotected sex course and they haven't succeeded in getting pregnant, so they should see doctors. But if you get married at, let's say, like 25 until 40, so you should seek help once you get married for like 6 months.
Oh, so 6 months.
6 months.
So even shorter.
40, if you are 40, if you are a woman and then you're 40 and you just get married, then you should see doctors if you haven't conceived in 3 months.
Oh, I mean the younger you are, you can actually have a longer trial period,
trial period, But when you get married, sometimes people do not understand. They said like, okay, because I just get married for like 3 months now. See, it's okay for me. Yeah, but your age is like maybe 41 or something like that. Because it's something that we can like maybe we just like they just got married at like advanced age or something like that. But we need to increase this awareness. So time is not in your side.
So the longest is like 1 year, you mentioned.
The longest is 1 year if you are like less than 35 years.
Less than 35.
Less than 35.
All right, so Dr. Mira will still be with us, and See the Stories will continue after the break to discuss about fertility. Don't go anywhere. So I think that we don't.